listening to Pause. We pause for a second or two. This is episode 159, Much Gone into Hiding. Right now, we are caught up in a lot of progress. We are caught up in many things. We are caught up in much that we have known to be changing. How we are used to doing things. Where we turn to when we are at a loss. Upon which infrastructure to depend, to which people to listen to, how to deal with issues. There's a lot going on, and most of the time we feel caught up in all of this. And whether we like it or not, life is very high-paced right now, and we are all rushing. We are all struggling not to be left behind. We are thinking a lot about, explicitly or implicitly, about not losing our place in society. And we are elbowing, we are pushing ahead, we are trampling over a lot of people. And that's how it looks in such a time of change such as this. And it's like a race. It's like we are rushing in this race in which all of us are participating in. Today's episode is called Much Gone into Hiding. And our Polaroid for today's episode, our emotional skill, is pause, core skill pause, from which everything else stems. The starting point for every other emotional skill, that we pause for a moment or two. So that's what we do We pause for a second or two, and here we are spending some time with the fact that much has now gone into hiding. When we are running like this, when we are struggling like this, elbowing, trampling, struggling not to lose our place in society, we forget about so many things. We get caught up in this race. We get tunnel vision. We see only this extremely narrow hallway, and we must push ahead. So in our fear of not being left behind, consequently, we leave much behind. And all that we leave seems to us to have gone into hiding. We do not see it now. It's as if it does not exist and almost never existed, and it's like it will never come again. A useful image for what we are talking about today is those times when we lie awake all night and we lie there for many hours, and then for the last hour, just before the sun rises, it seems like the night is at its darkest. It seems like the sun has been gone forever and that the sun will never rise again. When the night is at its darkest, when the night is at its coldest, it feels like we will never feel the warmth again. That is what happens when we rush like this, when we struggle not to be left behind. We leave the sun behind. We leave the warmth behind. We leave most everything that is life-giving behind. We struggle, but we do not give life. We forge ahead, but we do not join with anyone. We rush into loneliness. We rush into the cold. We rush into the dark. And we forget. We seem to forget about where we have been, what has mattered to us, who has been important to us, who we have cherished before, but now like they were never there. This is to lesser or greater extent what we are in the midst of right now. Much has gone into hiding, and we do not see it. right now. We do not see it. But just because we do not see it does not mean it's not still there. At night, when the sun is down, the sun has not gone away. We just do not see it at the moment. So, a lot that has gone into hiding now will come again. It will come again. Perhaps feeling a bit different once it comes again in a new context, in a future context, when some things have changed. But much of it will come again. Does not seem that way, does not feel that way, but is the truth. And the point of today's episode is not to pause and try to force ourselves feeling all that has gone into hiding. That is not the point. It's not time for it right now. Right now, our job, right now, life is about charging ahead. Life is about straight ahead. But in today's episode, we do pause and recognize that much has gone into hiding to come back. We pause to recognize that much has gone into hiding to come back again, like the sun. And what is important here, we say again, is not trying to force ourselves into feeling things that are best left in hiding right now. Yes, we miss all those things. We miss them a lot. But now is simply not the time. The time will come, but now is simply not the time. So it is not very smart to try to get in touch with all the things gone into hiding right now. We might sense that they are there, sort of get a slight feeling of them being still there. In hiding, yes, but still there. But not trying to pursue them, because trying to pursue them right now would be to leave our center point. It would be to leave our post. It would be to make ourselves lesser than. It would be to lose our focus. It would be to give away our influence. We are supposed to be where we are right now and not try to pretend like this time is another time. This time is the present, and we have a job to do right now, and we are doing it. So right now, we must not, like in the Greek myth, look over our shoulder before we have come out of hell. We must keep looking ahead and just know that all that stuff that we really like, it's still there and it will come again. We must be confident enough to know that it will come again. That's it for today. Thank you.